Hello and thanks for joining me, your sports pilot James Glory, on another exciting edition of Sport Vibe on DNT Work as we unfold the latest sport happenings around the world. Please stay tuned, we'll be right back after this break. Welcome back. World number one Carlos Alcaraz will be missing the Australian Open because of a leg injury. The 19-year-old sustained a muscle injury on his right foot during the preseason training. And also in the world of tennis, 7 times Grand Slam champion Venus Williams has pulled out of this month's Australian Open due to injury. And we also have it that a 2-time champion Naomi Osaka has pulled out of the Australian Open also without giving a specific reason, and will be replaced by Diana Yamsisik. And in the world of tennis, an interesting one that does not have to do with anyone pulling out of the Australian Open is that Novak Djokovic has won his 92nd ATP Tour title and now levels with Rafael Nadal after defeating Sebastian Caddy. You remember that Djokovic was deported from Australia for refusing to be vaccinated against COVID-19 in the year 2022, but made his return back to Australia this year and he has won his 92nd ATP title. What a way to start the year 2023 and prepare for the Australian Open, which is just days ahead. And in the football world, Didier Deschamps has extended his contract with France national team as their head coach to June 2026. Can he lead France to another World Cup victory? Remember, he won the World Cup with France in Russia 2018 and led France to the World Cup finals. He just concluded World Cup in Qatar, winning the silver medal with France. Now he has extended his contract with 4 years, which means he'll be leading France to the Euro and the World Cup in 2026. Will he be winning any of this trophy with France? Another interesting one in the world of football is that Brentford has signed David Beckham's son, Romeo, on a loan from Inter Miami. Let's go on a very short break, and when we're back, we'll continue from where we stopped. Welcome back. Barcelona is at the top of the La Liga table with 41 points after defeating Atletico Madrid, while Real Madrid remains second with 38 points after being defeated by Villarreal. And another interesting one is that Manchester United have signed Jack Butland on a 6-month loan from Crystal Palace following the return of Martins de Brakel to Newcastle. And you also know that Manchester United are desperately in need of a striker after they terminated the contract between them and Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo is now the player of the Saudi Arabian side and Austria, like we all know, and now they are desperately in need for a striker to contend for the competition they are playing in this season. Another interesting one is that Cody Gakpo made his Liverpool debut against Wolves in the FA Cup, a match that ended 2-2 draw. Remember that Wolves scored a late winner that was overruled by VAR for an offside, and this means the FA fixture between this Premier League side will be replayed between January 17 and January 19. I'm talking about the FA Cup. We have some Premier League clubs that were knocked out of the third round of the FA Cup. We have Aston Villa and Newcastle in the likes, and we also have Chelsea that was knocked out by Man City in the third round of the FA Cup for the first time in 25 years. So this is a shocking one for Chelsea, who has continued to struggle. The battle of the Blue has continued to favor Manchester City as they have won Chelsea in their last 5 meetings. Remember, their recent victory was in the FA Cup when they won Chelsea 4-0, and the very last time Chelsea won Man City was at the Champions League final 2 years ago, and ever since then Man City has been dominating and Chelsea has been unable to score a goal against their rival Manchester City. And the shocking one again for Chelsea is that they continue to struggle under Graham Potter, and their injury list increased with the likes of Stanley out on injury. We have James Reyes, we have Mendy, we have Pulisic, and the rest of others, Ben Chilwell out on injury, and if things should continue like this, Chelsea will be finishing the Premier League outside the top four and will also be finishing without winning any silver medal this year. Remember, they are only playing the Premier League and the Champions League as things stand. Chelsea does not look like a team that is going to win the Champions League this season. This is the length at which we'll be going on this week's episode of Sports Vibe on DNT World. For more news and sports stories, follow us across our various social media handles at DNT World. Enjoy your week and remain blessed. Thank you.